in.
Here we go. You're on.
Hey, we're back in Week in Esports. I'm your host, Lubu. And I'm here to seduce you with some esports news. That news not a word, I just made that one up. We're going to be going over the stories of the week, the big ones, the two important ones. I only got two stories today to share with you, but they are important stories for their respective esports, and these esports are big in the esports world. The first one I'm going to talk about is Team Liquid being, quote, successful at MSI, end quote. They are 50-50. They got 2 wins in and 2 losses. Awesome. Great job, Team Liquid. That is better than everyone predicted. And honestly, we're all really happy. I couldn't be happier. I was really embarrassed for North America for a 6th or 7th year because we were going to show up and be garbage at a global competition. So I'm actually super happy to see Team Liquid. This is probably their most winningest global tournament in League of Legends ever with 2. But it's great. They beat Fnatic, even though Fnatic did the what's the opposite of a rope-a-dope, where you just lean into every punch and then fall down. That's what Team Fnatic did. That was really ugly. And they beat Royal Never Give Up, which Froskuren managed to correctly predict because she's actually hella smart and knows her shit. So shout out to Froskuren and shout out to Steve's Money for winning Team Liquid 2 games at MSI so far. It's more than I ever thought they'd get, and you know, hey, good on us. Maybe we can beat a competitive region like Korea. But that remains to be seen, and if it happens, I will definitely let you know, because I will lose my goddamn mind. And that's it for the League of Legends story. It is great to see Team Liquid win. It's odd, but it's great. So good for them. Moving on to the bigger story of the week, it is Blizzard and Overwatch League. Now, we have to put this in perspective. How many weeks have I been frustrated with Overwatch League and Blizzard because of pedophilia, racism, sexism, homophobia, whatever? How many stories do we keep having a problem with the people in the Overwatch League? And how many times do I say there's a systematic problem with the Overwatch League? There's a problem with the way that things are set up. There is a problem that the teams are giving the players too much freedom, and they're having all these problems are compounding and making things worse. The viewership is going down because the amount of bullshit has not declined. The bullshit has just stayed steady, and the viewership has declined. And Overwatch and Blizzard are attempting to cut down on the bullshit to get the viewership back up. At the same time, they're offering new slots to new team owners because they want to move in, I think, 6 more teams for the next season. Those slots cost $60 million. $60 million a slot for the teams coming in. That is some serious change. That is some bank. And you cannot allow bullshit to continue if you're looking at, what's 6 times 60 million? 1,200,000,000. Is that correct? 1,200,000,000, something like that? No, not even close. I'm being told that I'm not even close. Doesn't matter. What's important is 120? No, that's not right either. What's 6 times 6? 360 million? Hey, 360 million. Listen, guys, I'm from Georgia Public Schools. Maths is like the 5th thing on the list we learned. 360 million. I'm not even embarrassed. That's just good shit. But Blizzard is like, hey, cut down on the bullshit so we can get this money in from these billionaires so that we can keep the Overwatch League growing. And the whiny piss babies at the bottom of esports who want things to remain like they were 6 years ago are calling it censorship and crying about how they don't understand esports fans. They didn't understand esports fans when they went from 120 concurrent viewers to 60 on a regular. They didn't understand esports fans because they were trying to court a fan that isn't actually a fan. They were trying to court a shitty Twitch chat memer when they should have been looking at the people who are actually Overwatch fans and the people who write fucking 8 pages of fanfic about Sombra's day-to-day fucking lifestyle, and people who draw pictures of Bastion and all the robots that he has in his harem. Those are Overwatch fans. Those are the people we know are Overwatch fans, and Blizzard wasn't doing good by them. And so that's what they're trying to make good by, and they're trying to make good by these humongous fucking investors who are going to keep the Overwatch League running. I do not understand why, well, let's stop. I understand why these piss babies are mad, because they're piss babies and they're always mad. They're mad that everything changes and it's leaving them behind because they refuse to change. You have to accept that if you want esports to grow, it's going to change. And investors are going to change that and they're going to drive that. If you don't want esports to go and grow, then you don't acquiesce to investors. The FGC does not acquiesce to investors. The FGC is happy where it is. Blizzard, Overwatch, these people from the MOBA community who joined Overwatch, they wanted esports to grow. They wanted to make more money. They want their shit to be bigger, but they don't want to lose control of what they have too fucking bad. You're not the investors. You're not the people with the controlling monetary body. So you're not going to be the ones that change things. Anyone with a high school education in business can figure this out. Piss babies don't have that. They just have anger and their stupid memes. The memes are going to go, the white racist alt-right memes, those are going to go. The shitty Pepe signs in the studio, those are going to go. You're going to lose a lot of garbage shit, and you're going to lose a handful of garbage shit humans that call themselves fans. But on the other side, as the bullshit declines and you get your viewership back, you're going to gain a whole lot more. And you're going to gain those investors. And that is going to be way more worthwhile than, you know, 5,000 alt-right trolls or $360 million. Like, I don't have enough arm to like represent how different that is. So that's it. You know, you can either cry about it or you can use your brain for 5 seconds. That's it. Good on Blizzard. Good on Blizzard and good on Overwatch for doing this. You know, we'll see how things go. We'll see how things shake up. I'm interested to see if an Atlanta team gets picked up for Overwatch. And that's it for the story. That's it for today's Week in Esports. I was your host, Lubu. If you like this content, you can like, subscribe, smash that acquiesce button. You know, touch tips. Do what you need to do. You can follow me on Twitter at chef_LU_BU. You can follow RockPunch on YouTube or on Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next week for next week's Week in Esports. Dun 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 dun.